What's going on, guys? My name is Dom, and today we're going to be talking about penetration. Anyway, before I get started in this disappointing as fuck video, well, actually, it's not quite disappointing, it's just contradicting, and it doesn't make any fucking sense. I'll get into that. But first, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to people who have sent me clips through Gmail or sent me direct messages on Twitter. Of course, if you guys have any clips, anything you want to throw at me, go ahead and do them either on Twitter or go ahead and email them to me at DomOfTheDao@gmail.com. I do have that down in the description as well. And you will be featured on the channel. Probably, most likely, unless it's complete crap. Quick shout out to someone who messaged me on Twitter. Twitter tag is Youngin1868. Sent me an awesome screenshot where he went 24-0 with Pathfinder, as well as he sent me a short clip where he got a double headshot with the crossbow, with a single bolt. You know, he got a fucking collateral headshot, and I'm sitting here in awe. Because that directly correlates to that directly relates to what I have to do in this video today, and it just adds more pieces to this puzzle. But anyway, thank you guys so much for sending me that stuff, and let's go ahead. Let's talk about this now, really quick. How I intended to do this video, and I actually started research on this a few days ago. I found every single one of these primary weapons, well, the popular ones for the most part. I found every single one of them online, and they're real versions. A lot of them don't even have the same name that they have in this game. You know, for example, the P416, that's a medic weapon. That's actually called a Heckler and Koch HK416. The 9mm C1 is actually called the Sterling submachine gun. And then the PDR, I thought this was interesting. The PDR, that stands for personal defense rifle. There's like 100 weapons. 100 guns, well, there's a lot of them, that have PDR at the end of them. PDR just stands for personal defense rifle. Now that gun, this one that's in this game, the PDR that's in this game is actually still in development. It hasn't even fucking come out yet, which I think is crazy. I went through, I found all of the caliber types for every single weapon in this game, and I grouped them all together so that we would have a nice little structure figuring out what every weapon fires. But, you know, truth be told, it doesn't fucking matter, because there's like 5 textures in this game, and it makes no sense how they all line up. For example, you know, I was trying to go through, and I was going through these different caliber weapons trying to figure out what caliber will shoot through what, but then it just didn't make any sense to me, because some caliber weapons would shoot through objects that other ones of the same caliber would not be able to shoot through. I'm not a gun expert. I'm not sure if there's any hidden layers there, whatever, but I found the best way to go about this was to go by penetration levels that the game shows me. So all my research was basically for naught. So I went through and I found weapons at the top of the penetration level, and then I found weapons at the bottom of the penetration level, and I kind of went throughout to figure out exactly what they all can shoot through and whatnot. And you know, I was very, very disappointed to find out there's almost no damage drop off. The penetration level almost doesn't mean shit. For example, the MSR, max penetration in this game, it has a full penetration level. You can find that on the sniper class. This fucker can shoot through brick walls, concrete walls, road blocks, but it can't shoot through a fucking metal garage door.
Hostiles are going loud.
Yeah, no, it can't go with that.
That's probably barely thicker than sheet metal. It can't. It doesn't. That doesn't make sense. And now also, when it shoots through these things, it can shoot through a concrete roadblock, okay? And then I picked out the SR, I think it's just the SR1, SR21, I don't know. It's the second sniper rifle on the sniper class, and that thing has slightly less penetration. Oh, so there must be a slight difference, right? No, it can shoot through the same exact shit, and there's almost no damage drop-off, which I thought was weird. I thought the penetration level might be like, okay, since it's lower in penetration, it might do slightly less damage when it goes through walls. Not the fucking case. You shoot somebody in the knee, they're going to come out with the same amount of health as if you shot them with the MSR or the SR21 through a brick wall. It doesn't fucking matter. They're both the same.
Suppressed. Oh, you hit me.
It has the same issues. It can shoot through a roadblock, whatever. Okay, great. So now let's go down to the bottom end of the scale. I went to the lowest penetration. You know, guys, take a guess what you think the lowest penetration weapon is in this game. Crossbow. You're right. Obviously, it's a fucking crossbow, right? But this fucker can shoot through sheet metal. It can shoot through a hood of a car. I'm not a weapons expert, like I said before, but I find it hard to believe that a crossbow can shoot through the hood of a car and still have enough momentum behind it to take out, well, to really fucking hurt somebody. Like, I find that hard to believe. And this is one thing I found really, really strange. So when I was shooting through cars in the junkyard on Scrapyard, that was a nice little poetic statement. So when I was shooting through these cars, I could shoot through the rim. I was shooting through a car's trunk, and I could shoot through the rim of it. But when I tried to shoot through the middle part of it, my crossbow all of a sudden wouldn't go through. It would be more consistent if the damage drop-off was greater shooting through the thicker part, not that it just couldn't get through at all, because the difference is very if there's even a difference, it is so minuscule. The crossbow keeps all of its momentum when it shoots through sheet metal. It doesn't slow down the momentum at all. So the crossbow already, you shoot somebody in the torso, it's going to take out like 75% of their health, assuming that they don't have a health buff or anything like that. Like the assault classes do. If it shoots through fucking sheet metal, you're gonna think it's gonna do less damage inherently because it's losing momentum shooting through an object. But that's not the case. It maintains momentum. But something that makes even less sense is when you take the crossbow, which is on the lowest penetration weapon in this game, for primary weapons anyway, I didn't test secondaries, and then you compare it to something like the MK14 on the Ranger class, which is right smack dab in the middle. It's in the middle of the penetration scale. It fires the same caliber bullet as the MSR. Okay, I'm not taking into account, how fast it shoots or anything like that. So, of course, I'm not a gun expert, but you go in there, and the penetration, there's almost no difference in the penetration level between the MK14 and the crossbow. They shoot through the exact same things. The MK14 can't even shoot through a brick wall. I think it should be able to shoot through a brick wall, but do very little damage, like an SMG does from over 100 meters away. Very P amounts of damage. I think it needs to be able to do that, because what the fuck is the difference in the penetration right now? Literally, I made a checklist of the things that the crossbow can shoot through and the things that the MK14 can shoot through, and they are the exact same. That list is the exact same. It doesn't make any sense. Very frustrating. The penetration doesn't mean jack shit. All that you need to know is that if you're not using one of the sniper's weapons, you can shoot through sheet metal, you can shoot through doors, you can shoot through wood, and you can shoot through hoods of cars. That's all you gotta fucking know. Unless you have the MSR or the SR21. I even used the SR1. I'm pretty sure it is the SR1. But I even used the Sentinel's weapons. The SR25 has the highest penetration on all of them. It's very close to the SR1. That fucker, as far as penetration goes, it still can't shoot through a wall. It still can't shoot through roadblocks. It can only shoot through sheet metal, doors, wood, and the hoods of fucking cars. That's it. It's the same as the crossbow. And here's another thing I found incredibly strange. So we were playing on Scrapyard. You guys are probably very familiar with the map. I think it's a very rage-inducing map if you rush, personally. But there's a lot of multi-floor buildings. There's a lot of in general. But on this one, you'll have a wall. And then on the second floor, it'll be a low wall. So you can crouch behind that low wall, and then there's the big wall in front. They're the same exact thickness. Keep this in mind. But if you shoot through the bottom floor, you're not going to get through that wall. Even with the MSR, you're not going to get through that wall. But you shoot through the low wall on the top, which is the same exact fucking thickness, you can shoot through it. Whatever, man. I'm just going in here. I'm trying to find like a mathematical formula or something I can give you guys to tell you what you can shoot through, what you can't consistently. That's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Very frustrating. I went in here with expectations that the penetration level meant something, but it fucking doesn't. Now I'm really curious to get into damage levels. I'm really curious to do that. I really fucking want to do that. But I probably will save that video for next week. The next video that I am going to be coming out with during the week is going to be about squad formations. I'm actually going to go out and I'm going to buy a magnetic chess set so that I can show you guys all this stuff. And I am doing a live stream tomorrow. It's going to be at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. I'm doing that with another YouTuber by the name of Smittyville88. Yeah, if you guys want to come to that, it's going to be a fun time. We do a lot of game analysis and whatnot of while we're actually playing. Definitely a fun time if you guys want to come and join that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching the video, and please let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next video.